Well, with today's lesson, we're still staying on fundamentals. Today we're going to deal with alignment. Now, how important is alignment? Well, my syllogism for alignment is 90 to 95% of all swing problems arise out of alignment. Does that sound like it's important to you? I think it's really important. Why is alignment so important? It's because it's like shooting a gun. If you can't aim it very well, you're not going to hit the target. Now, the problem with alignment is that we got a situation of an optical illusion happens when we look at a golf ball and look at the target. Right now, I'm looking straight in the camera, and my both eyes focus into a straight spot and a line, and they shoot straight out. It's called the triangulation focal point. But when I turn, and now my target is over there, and as you can see me here, as I turn my head there, you know, my eyes are now slightly tilted, and I got to turn enough of my right eye to focus in on that target because I'm right eye dominant. And because the eyeball's around, unfortunately, the straight line I see right to that lens, if I go over here and look at the target on that wall, that line is no longer straight. It is curved elliptically to the right. And the more right eye dominant I am, the greater the curve. There's the problem. And it's a never-ending problem. I teach alignment every day. I think about it every day. When I give all my lessons, I spend the majority of my time behind the person watching the target after we've discussed what we're going to work on. Because why? Even high handicappers, they don't change their grip and their setup and their ball position that much. What they change is alignment. Even on myself, when I play golf, as soon as I hit what I feel is a good shot and the ball goes the wrong way, to the wrong place, I immediately drop the club on the ground and check my alignment out. I struggle with it all the time. Even my son DJ, who plays on the PGA Tour, has alignment problems. It's a never-ending fight. But the one thing that boggles my mind the most is a student shows up for a lesson and he's aiming 60 yards to the left or 50 yards to the right, and I mean that's way offline. Every year I have what I call the award for the worst alignment of the year. When I ask him and I show it to him and I say, do you realize you're 50 yards to the right or the left? And why do I know that? Because I start every lesson and I give him a target. You cannot practice on a range and have efficient practice without a target. I've always said to people, I said, if you ever go for a golf lesson and the pro doesn't give you a target, put the club in a bag and leave, because a target's everything. It's like going to a doctor and he doesn't care what your vital signs are. Your height, your weight, your blood pressure, everything else. This is one of the most important vital signs, because if anything, how do I know I got an online square hit if I don't know where I'm going? So they tell me, I say, you know, you're over 50 yards to the left, and they look at me and say, well, I hit a big slice, I got to play for it. I said, do you want that slice? And they say, heck no, man, I want to hit it straight. Well, if you don't want it, you can't play for it, because if you play for it, you got to have it. Remember that. If you don't want it, you can't play for it, because if you do, you got to have it. So if you want to hit it straight, you got to start learning up to line up parallel left. Okay? So if you find yourself aiming left or aiming way right, and you want to start playing better, stop putting clubs on the ground, parallel lines, the outside line, ball line to your target, parallel line for your foot, and start learning to line up where your toes, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, and your eyes are parallel left, and you'll see how soon you start making a lot better swings, and you start hitting the ball a lot more solid and a lot more straight.